Good morning, children. Today we are going to see the new chapter shares and dividend, which is very interesting concept. Before going into this concept mathematically, let us see some basic concepts so that you can understand better. The first concept is share capital. What is a share capital? For running a business, every business institution requires money. This money is invested by owners. For sole proprietor, capital is invested by the proprietor and the business is solely managed by them. As it is a small concern, the individual invests the money. The next case of business is partnership. In the case of partnership, capital is invested by the partners and the business is jointly managed by them, the partners. The next type of business is company. Now, in the case of company, the capital requirement is very huge. For example, if they are in need of crores or 10 crores, this makes it difficult for an individual or a small group to fund the entire capital. Practically, it is not possible for an individual to invest or the group of people to invest. So, in that case, the company will invite the public to invest the money. The capital, we say that as a share capital as it is shared to the public. Whereas, in the sole proprietor and in the partnership, they say that as a capital. But in the case of company, we say the capital as a share capital. And this share capital is divided into small shares and it is sold to the public. Right? The individual who purchase the shares, or we can say who holds the shares with him, are called shareholders. The company is managed by a team called the board of directors. The shareholders, I mean the person who holds the shares, they will not be involved in the functioning of the company. Right? The next concept we are going to see is shares. Shares means they are sharing the whole into small part. That is the literal meaning of shares. Now, in general, sharing means dividing the whole into parts and that each part is called a share. In this context, the share capital is divided into equal parts. Please note, it is divided into equal parts and that each part is known as shares. Now, where can we buy or sell the shares? You may ask me this question. Now, the stock exchange is a place where we can sell or we can buy the shares. And this is a place is offered to the public for purchasing and for selling the shares. Clear, children? And the next concept what we are going to see is the face value and the market value. Right. Now, what is a face value? Let me tell you this terms with an example so that you can understand better. If a company requires a capital of rupees 10 lakhs and this capital is divided into 10,000 shares. So, what will be the value of one share? The value of per share will be 100 rupees. And this value we say as face value. Right? Now, what is the market value? Now, we will look into that. It is not necessary that the shares should be sold at the face value. It can be sold little high than the face value or little low than the face value. If the shares have high demand, you may already know about it. If there is a demand in the market, the price goes up. So when there is a demand for the shares, it will be sold at a premium, or we can say that it is sold above the par. If it has less demand of the shares, then it will be sold at discount, or you can say it is sold below the par. The price at which it is sold in the market we called as market value, right? For example, if I have shares of a company like, for example, Tata company or Reliance, I have a share with me of 100 rupees and I am selling it in the market. As there is a demand for that share, I will be selling it for 110 rupees. So that 110 rupees is the market value, and the 10 rupees which I sell more than the face value is called as premium. Clear? Now the same 100 rupees shares, the Tata company shares which I have, I am selling it for 80 rupees as there is very less demand in the market. Now that 80 rupees we say as a market value, and the amount which I sold less than the face value, that 20 rupees, is a discount. I hope you understood the face value and the market value, right? Now shall we go to the next concept, which is dividend. What is a dividend? Now earlier we saw that the shareholders are the individuals who purchase the shares of the company. Now in return, what will they get? They buy the shares. They get income from the company. That is dividend. So the dividend is the income given to the shareholders by the company at the end of every year. It will be calculated as a percentage on face value of the shares. So at the end of every year, the profit which the company gains will be divided and it will be given to the shareholders in percentage. So that is the income we get. That income we call it as dividend. Got it, children? I hope you understood what is dividend. Now shall we go to the next terms, that these are the terms which you should know when you are doing the sums, because already you know what is the face value, but then you should be knowing this when you are doing the sums, right? Now the face value, which you already know, that this is the original value of the shares, face value, or otherwise we can say that as a nominal value, par value, or printed value. You can say it any way. In the sums they may give the nominal value, but you should know that nominal value and the face value both are same, par value or printed value, right? The same as I told you, nominal value, the face value is otherwise called as nominal value, par value, or the printed value. Fine. The next is the market value. The price at which the shares are sold in the market is the market value, or you can say that as a cash value. The other word for the market value is a cash value. It may be higher or lower, or sometimes equal to the face value. It depends on the demand for the shares and the reputation of the company. And this concept I hope you already know. At par, above par, below par. When we say it is sold at par, if the shares are sold at a price equal to the face value, in that case we say that it is sold at par. If the shares are sold at a price higher than the face value, they are said to be sold above par. And if the shares are sold at a price less than the face value, we say it is sold below par, right? The next is premium. What is premium? The excess of market price over face value is premium. As I told you with an example earlier, 100 rupees shares you are selling at 110 rupees. So that 10 rupees is a premium, right? So market value minus face value will give you the premium. The next is discount. The excess of face value over market price is discount. The same example as I told you, the 100 rupees face value shares you are selling at a discount of 80 rupees. So that 20 rupees difference is discount. And the next concept, the last, is dividend. I told you dividend is nothing but the income you get from the company in percentage at the end of every year. The reward paid to the shareholders for their investment is known as dividend. This means that the profit earned by the company is divided and paid to the shareholders as a percentage of the face value of the shareholding. Always a dividend will be calculated only on the face value. Please note it. It will be calculated only on the face value. Children, here I have given an activity which is, as I told you, it is very interesting concept and very practical concept. You can find the answers for these questions. You can see the magazines, or you can ask your parents, or find out from the other source, right? How many stock exchanges are in India? Where they are situated? What are their names? And list some well-known shares sold in the market. And list two company shares selling at premium, and list two companies shares selling at discount. Clear, children? Please find the answers for these questions. It will be more interesting when you work on this. Fine. Thank you. And in the next video we will see about the formulas for this chapter and few sums. Thank you.